Ну что ж, всем привет, с вами снова я, ThebyVittor. Продолжаем прохождение Banishers. Продолжаем. Почти в эту сторону нужно, да? Ага. Найдите пещерку. Исследуйте пещерку. Здесь не очень хочется ходить. Давай вот здесь обойдем. Там то же самое. Какой-то типчик стоит.
Bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
Ой. Окей, подожди, а как пройти нам? Как нам? Я не могу ее выбрать. Почему? Окей. Он умеет очень далеко прыгать. Ладненько. Так, а нам ничего улучшить нельзя, да? Нет, все же можно что-то. Амулет можно и кольцо. Какой там уровень будет? Исключительное. Амулет тоже, да, исключительно. Обломок пустоты, ну да. Сила воли, упорство, призрачная стойкость. Давай, наверное, изгнательское кольцо. Там 250 урона от изгнания будет. Кстати, новое снаряжение есть. Вот этот амулет, походу. Ну, блин, его все нужно прокачивать. Синергия. Я, кстати, парирование вообще не использовал практически. Странная тема. Давай вот это выберем. Так, разрушенный дом обнаружен. Что таит? Ящик Пандоры. Что он таит? Что-нибудь. Как сверху, так и внизу. Кольцо какое-то. Okay. Влажноголовка, блин.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was
Так,
Deborah.
какое-то существо
She built
найдено.
a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
Да ёлы-палы.
Get low! lost, won't you?
Хуя ты даешь. Мощный пацан, мощный. Готово. Так, нам ничего больше нельзя осмотреть. Ничего вроде бы.
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Ну, по идее, куда-то сюда нужно, да? А, нет, здесь закрыто. А, вот здесь можно спуститься, да? И обойти.
Another shadow.
Снова тень.
What do they want?
Да что-то хочет что-то.
Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
I don't think so.
Нам туда нужно, что ли? Обязательно? Ну да, да ё-моё, давай. Еще область-то закрыта, блин. Сделайте обход с двух сторон, ну ё-моё. Уничтожьте оберег от призраков. Я не видел, кстати. Короче, пойти нужно это все. С той стороны, блин. Как обычно.
Wards, you're on your own.
Подожди, а может можно как-то разрушить?
A ward restrains me.
Я думал, это оберег.
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect
You
the body.
welcome. Ага, вот. В принципе, так и думал.
To make you angry. I expected no less from you, Mrs. Gibbs. There's more of them. Get lost, won't you? Three Highland kiss for you.
You shouldn't stay in there. Throwing a tantrum, are we? someone didn't want to stay dead.
Все, готово. Готово. Наконец-то. Какая-то Клеменси Гибс. Чувиха, блин. Здесь бегает. Черная жижа повсюду. Люди хворают. Больным тяжело. Окей.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden time with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
The Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
Так, окей, нам нужно... Нам нужно прыжок, да, сделать? А, сначала в эту сторону. И готово.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's
Не, нам
search
сюда нельзя,
upstream.
кстати. Нам сюда нельзя. А как нам тогда пройти? А, окей. Она может их ломать. Хорошо. Здорово. А ё-моё. Хорошо. Готово, готово. Куда нам дальше? Чернильница. One time.
Elusive little buggers.
Вот эта хуйня. Это, по-моему, просто...
I love doing that.
По-моему, добраться в другое место это просто. Но нам же сюда нужно. А что там сверху? Наверное, какой-то сундучок интересный есть. Ну, или в очередной раз попиздимся с кем-то. Ничего удивительного.
Is that the sound of a corpse cocking its gun?
Ну вот и все. Лен получили. И еще что-то. Подождите, что это такое? Что это такое? Я первый раз это вижу. Усиление какое-то?
I feel invigorated.
10 очков здоровья.
Pleasant.
Told you.
Прикол. 10 очков здоровья дали. Круто. Почаще бы так попадалось. Либо я просто внимания на них не обращал. Да не было такого. А сейчас опять кого-то ебашить будем.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
Let's find a way around then.
Wards, you're on your own. Sorry, not this time.
Those
Ой,
echoes.
опять этот берег где-то.
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first?
Эти существа появились из-за того, что он типа крал
The
души или что?
whispers say the same things over and over.
Интересно, они бы были, если бы мы этого не делали?
Obsessed.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Или это так и должно быть? Наверное, да. Опять будем биться с кем-то, да? Ох ты ж, нихуя себе неожиданность.
Watch out! Spectre possession. You're within gun range.
Иди ты.
Don't let that spectre get to the corpse.
Да
Think
ты
I heard the
шо,
sound of
блин?
a gun cocking.
Ладно. Кто сильнее?
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
Да не про нас говорят. Что мы кого-то обвинили? Блять, здесь допка, вы серьезно?
This whole
Какого хрена?
country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion.
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
Я что мне здесь осматривать область, блин? Не, сюда нужно как бы.
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Ой, да ладно. Да ладно. Красненькие появились.
Brought more friends.
Кто еще хочет отведать пороха? О, антипогибс.
This isn't over yet.
Привет, братан. Собака, блин.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Держи, держи, держи.
Can I join in too?
Ставчик. Ага.
Leave it to me.
Not gonna stay down. Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or Bacche liquefy. This is something else. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
Чё, я туда зайти не могу? Очень странно.
We can't leave yet.
В смысле рано сюда? Ладно. Мгм.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
Так я не могу туда попасть. Наконец-то.
Shelter, if you need a fire to warm you up.
Так, убежище есть, можно дальше идти, да?
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? The bucket is tainted. A ghost left a fragment of their past here. I sense the vivid echo of a ghost's memory.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stolen.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
Так, окей.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he
Здесь
sealed it.
центр пещеры, там будет босс, походу.
Hiding the evidence perhaps of his role in
вот.
the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he used to reinforce his authority.
Чернильница сейчас
That
будет.
echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
Текс. Угу. Поехали. Сейчас будет, походу, большой какой-то. Ну, короче, чернильница, босс, наверное. Я так думаю. Что-то большое будет. Потому что локейшн нам это подсказывает.
Who are you?
Confess! Let them speak. If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Red wool in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
Окей, давайте их пиздеть.
I am no witch hunter.
Ага, не то.
Never was.
Жишку нужно. А, она превращается в эту. Хиль, блин. Ты чё, блин? Чё меня бьешь? Я тоже такой самый, как и ты.
Hell just came out of that shadow.
It's working. Keep at it.
Bloody hell, that stings.
Держи, дорогой.
Shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow.
Да не, у меня урон все равно сильнее. Хорош, отлетел. Давай, 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 что там сделать? Где? Изгнать мальца такого. -1. Еще двое. Ой, да ну не рассказывай.
Ghosts are dangerous, and I've no reason to show mercy.
Держи, дорогой. У него такой урон слабый.
Damn you.
И нету, блин.
I can sure as hell try. This is going to vex me.
Ё-моё. Ё-моё. А чё такой маленький урон?
Let me.
Ёлы-палы, что происходит? Да-да, давай, расскажи
I'll
нам
take care
историю,
of this
блядь.
thing.
Давай. Но. Бам, отлетела женщина.
Let me.
Угу. Бля, урон вообще маленький.
You'll get it next time.
О, это хорошо было. Отцепись ты, красная жижа.
I need to be the one to face it.
А шо ж ты присосалась-то?
I'll take care of this thing. Look to me.
Так, минусец пошел. Ага, изгнание. Давай, давай. И там еще третий сейчас будет. Ну, а ты что скажешь? Атлетическое тело. А ну и видно, что ты тело, блин. Колдовство порождение зло.
And Tia died, the hell New Eden. And still we fight this fight.
Жди, братан.
you want from us?
Бам, отлетело. Круто так. Круто. Бум.
Your strikes do nothing.
Ай, больно. Блин, здесь нужно было высокий уровень сложности выбирать. Очень лайтовая игра. Ты смотри, лечится, блин. Ты шо, падла? Дай подлекаться. Здесь присосались ко мне.
Your strikes are not helping. Let me.
Come on, man. Get yourself together.
Так, готово. Ну, по крайней мере, первый готов. И все?
We have passed judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
И все. Ну ладно. О, одеяние, благословенное одеяние. Перо губернатора и знак Левиафана. Круто, слушай, шмот, по-моему, прикольный. По-моему, прикольный, но он 4-го уровня. Можно его, кстати, улучшить. А, он с рунами. Прикольно. Еще какой-то. А, вот этот еще был. Нужно немножко его улучшить. Физическое урон от ближнего боя. Кулаком длится на 10% за каждую манифестацию, которая восстанавливается. Доступно улучшение. Исключительно. А он где-то здесь, губернатор этот? Он к нам пришел? Или что?
That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Haskell's cowardice is to blame. To save his own arse, he condemned a woman he knew to be innocent.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
Да блин, дай.
Did I ever mention how good we are together?
Yeah. It's always good to hear.
Так, нам уже сюда нужен, да? Вообще типа лифт вызвать, походу. Это сейчас, походу, слушание будет какое-то. Или не? Или не? А может и да.
That down there, it was.
Сейчас посмотрим.
I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet, in His name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people hear.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banishers speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. The train band captain shackled the school teacher and locked her away. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? Have you ever heard of the Arrowloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not. It seems they knew worthy of his secrets. Never mind. Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail. To wit, a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault. You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. How very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth Unspoken secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
Ну чё, давайте, что там пожертвовать этим воскрешением, пощадите, это у нас вознесение. Давай жертвуем. Он заебал уже этот губернатор. Поехал, давай. Отдыхать.
You had the power to
Политическое тело,
stop the
блин.
madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't do it. What? Hell's bells!
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
Oh, Mara. Oh, Gunja. Life to the living.
Death to the dead.
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us?
I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. Your fee. One of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
After all this, don't forget to rest.
Окей. Не забудь отдохнуть. Ну, пошли отдохнем, там, наверное, новое задание уже будет. Какое-то. Да я думаю, там уже до конца не особо далеко, но у нас есть допки. Но мне так что-то их впадло выполнять. В принципе, мы самое основное задание выполнили. Здесь еще сколько? 4. Ой, точнее 5 заданий. Учительница какая-то. Это задание. 6 заданий. Получается. Дополнительно их нужно выполнить. На карте. На карте пока что одно здесь. Одно вот здесь где-то. Это у нас пока что 2 задания. Пока что 2 задания на карте только. Либо они появятся, либо какие-то задания. Ну ладно. О, слияние закрылось. Окей.
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the nightmare's influence, we could use the void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the void breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you.
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue. And for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
They know no better. They know only fear and hate what they cannot understand.
Especially when a woman is involved.
It matters not now anyway.
A woman died for nothing and it matters not?
What matters is what we do now. Which wrong we set right.
I've taught you well. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera. And listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
But something did happen. Something happened to Deborah, and then something happened to you, and now we are both paying that price.
You still have your life.
What's it worth if it's plagued by the murder of all those I killed?
We made a choice, Rory. You made it willingly.
Aye, I did. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up.
This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea, I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island.
Так, окей. На этом мы... Любовь все побеждает, окей. На этом, пожалуй, мы закончим. Продолжим уже в следующей части. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока-пока.